Hey, it's Chris Welch of The Verge, and this is the Moto Z2 Force. This is the closest thing to a flagship smartphone that Motorola has put out this year, and it's got all the specs to show for it. It's got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835, 64 gigs of storage, and 4 gigs of RAM. It's got gigabit data, it runs Android 7.1, and that stuff is all status quo for a smartphone in 2017. But the Z2 Force does things differently in 3 areas: the screen, the camera, and Moto mods. This 5.5-inch Quad HD Amoled screen is shatterproof. So if you're somebody who drops your phone a lot, you don't have to worry about breaking it, even with no case. Now the trade-off is that this screen picks up scratches more easily than most common phones. Now the Z2 Force is much thinner than last year's model, but that's partially and unfortunately due to a much smaller battery. Last year's Z Force had a 3,500 milliamp hour battery. This one drops down to 2,730. Now that's pretty significant. Frankly, I don't quite get Motorola's obsession with slimming down their phones. We're not really gaining much, and this phone doesn't even have a headphone jack, which gets annoying. Now the other new and different thing about this new Moto Z is the camera. Motorola is now using 2 cameras. One shoots monochrome and the other shoots color, and both combine for what should hopefully be better quality pictures. Now you can blur the background behind your subject like the iPhone and other smartphones do, but frankly, Motorola's never really been too great at smartphone cameras, so the company's really got to prove itself here and show that it can compete with the Pixel, with the Galaxy S8, with the HTC U11, and so on. So as soon as you look at it, it's very apparent just how thin and sleek this phone is. I mean, it's crazy thin, which is a nice design. And Motorola's using 7000 series aluminum, so it's very strong and rigid. It's not going to fail any bend tests. It's very durable. So the screen is a 5.5-inch AMOLED screen. It's very vibrant, very colorful. It's got good viewing angles, so they've done a good job there. You can't really tell that it's shatterproof. It looks just like any other smartphone screen. So the Z2 Force has this front-facing flash for your selfies, and that's going to balance the light around you for better pictures. So the Z2 Force is coming August 10th, and it's coming on every major US carrier: Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, and T-Mobile. So no matter who you're with, you can have this shatterproof screen.